you need to be able to find the hypotenuse in a right-angled triangle. When we have a right-angled triangle, we always know which side is the hypotenuse because it is the side which does not touch the right angle. On this triangle here, it is this length. Let's call this length x. If we know the length of the other two sides, let's say this was 5 centimeters and this was 9 centimeters, then we can find the unknown length x using Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras' theorem tells us that x squared is equal to 5 squared plus 9 squared. That is, x squared is 25 plus 81. So we have that x squared is 106. To find x, we simply square root both sides, giving us that x is equal to the square root of 106. We can use our calculator to work this out. On your calculator, type in 106 and press the square root button. This gives 10.2956 and lots of other decimal places. Since our question was in centimeters, we will give our answer to one decimal place and also in centimeters. So our answer is 10.3 centimeters. You also need to be able to find the side when it is not the hypotenuse. If we take this triangle here and we want to find this length is not the hypotenuse as it touches a right angle. We can still use Pythagoras' theorem. If we know this length, say, is 8 centimeters and this length is 12 centimeters, when not finding the hypotenuse, we do a similar process, but we subtract. So x squared is 12 squared, take away 8 squared. X squared is 144 minus 64. So we have that x squared is 80. As before, we simply square root both sides of the equation, giving us x equals square root of 80, which we use our calculator to find out, giving us 8.94427, and so on. We will round this again to one decimal place, so x is 8.9 centimeters. So solving problems with Pythagoras' theorem is really quite easy. The first thing you must always do is ask yourself, am I finding the hypotenuse? If the answer is yes, we know we're going to do an addition. If the answer is no, then we do a subtraction. Here is an exam question. In this question, PQR is a right-angled triangle, with length QR being 15 centimeters and PR being 19 centimeters. We need to find the length PQ and give our answer to 3 significant figures. The first thing to do is ask ourselves, is PQ the hypotenuse? We can clearly see that PQ touches the right angle, so it is not the hypotenuse. This tells us this question is a subtract question. So, using the larger side first, we work out 19 squared minus 15 squared, which gives us 361 minus 225. That is, PQ squared is equal to 136. Squaring both sides of the equation, we find that PQ is equal to root 136, which we use our calculator to work out. The calculator gives us 11.6619 and so on. We need to give our answer correct to 3 significant figures. So to 3 significant figures, the answer in our calculator display is 11.7 centimeters.